Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and this is going to be a look at a new piece of gear that I received. This is the PPM or Personal Pocket Maximizer by Vanquest, and this is new in their line of organizers. I want to go ahead and thank Vanquest for sending this out to me for review purposes. Now, I've had quite a few of these pocket organizers in the past from different companies, so I'm always on the lookout for things that are going to make my life a little bit easier. Now, one of the key things that Vanquist set out to do with this organizer is they wanted to maximize, and hence the maximizer in the name, maximize the amount of space that you get in one of these organizers by doing a couple different things on the inside and on the outside so you can fit more gear in the same amount of space. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and show you guys what I have here. I've been actually carrying this particular one for the past 2 weeks. I've had it in my vehicle as a secondary EDC in case I need any extra knives or pens or anything like that, and it's been fitting that role very nicely. Now, let me give you a little bit of specs on the actual organizer. This is a 1000D military grade Cordura, and it's been treated with Teflon water repellent fabric protector. So it's going to make it a little bit more water resistant. So if it's raining and it's in your pocket, you're not going to have to worry too much about the content getting wet. What you can see right off the bat, if you've had any of these organizers in the past, is they did away with the mesh on the front of the pocket right here. I think that's really nice because a lot of times I found that when I try to put things in there or take them out, it would get stuck in that mesh. So they've opted to just make it the same material, the same Cordura as the rest of the actual organizer, and that's a really cool point. You also get your hook and loop Velcro field in the front. So you guys can see I've already put a morale patch in there. You have your paracord zipper pulls, and they've actually finished these off a little bit different than you would normally see on other organizers. And I think that makes it a lot easier to grab and to go ahead and open it. So that's really cool. Now the organizer comes in two different sizes. The PPM does. This is the Husky model, so it's the bigger one, and then it comes in a slim model, which is a little bit smaller. So just depending on what it is that you're going to be carrying, just keep in mind that there are different sizes. There's also three different colors that this model is going to come in. It's going to come in a black and a khaki and in the foliage green, as you see here, which is a really nice color. They did a really good job with this coloring in the foliage green. When I opened the box and I saw it, I was instantly drawn to it and basically fell in love with the color. The zippers are YKK zippers, and they open and close very easily, very nicely. They don't really snag. Which is the way YKK zippers should be. The zippers are also closed off all the way around, so that gives you a little bit more of protection from any moisture or anything like that getting in there. So there you go. Going around the back, you do have a very generous grab handle, which is really nice. I do enjoy for the organizers that I have to have a grab handle because it makes it a lot easier to pull out of a pocket, or if you have it inside of a bag to pull out, in case you need it, especially if you're going to be doing maybe like a first aid kit in one of these. You have MOLLE webbing in the back, so if you want to go ahead and attach this to a pack or a chest rig or another bag or something like that, you can do so through there. And then another thing that I saw that they added, which I haven't seen in a lot of other organizers, is these two extra ones down here. Obviously, as you guys can see, I just kind of slipped a mini Sharpie in there. I always like to keep a writing utensil on the outside just because if I do have pens or anything like that on the inside, and if I want to use it, I have one that's readily accessible. So all I have to do is push right there and it comes out and I'm good to go. Slide it right back in and it's right out of the way. So let's go ahead and open it up and show you guys what I have in there. So before I show you the inside, the outside pocket right here, what I've done is I just slipped this kind of SOG little knife there. It's a little bit of a backup knife in case something happens to my EDC knife, and it fits really nice in there. Again, I don't have to worry about it snagging on the webbing. I just leave the lanyard sticking out. That way it makes it a lot easier to pull out, and I'm good to go. So we'll open up the bag and show you the inside. Now, one of the ways that Vanquist sought out to give you more room is they decided to do what they call stagger stitching on their elastic bands here. So in other words, all the bands are not the same size, and that's because you are going to be carrying different products that are going to be different sizes. Also, the stagger stitching goes from the band in the top here to the one in the bottom, and that's because if you were to have items that are a little bit longer, you wouldn't want them to interrupt how you're carrying the ones down here. Then the third thing that I noticed that they added is this extra row down here of elastic. In most of the organizers that you've seen in the past, you do have the 2 rows right here, and then this area down here is kind of left void. So obviously they added this. It gives you a lot more organizational options. You can fit different items in different sizes, and it's going to make it where this is not going to be blown up and exploding, and you're not going to be able to zip it really that easily. As you guys can see, I do have quite a few items in here, and at the same time I still have some empty space right here in the middle that if I wanted to add more things, I can go ahead and do so. So let me show you right what I have in there. On the left side over here, you have 2 bigger loops in the back, and then you have 4 smaller loops in the front. Now here's where the difference comes in. Normally in other organizers you've seen, you'll have these 4 loops will be the same size. This one, I don't know if you guys can tell very well, but this one right here is actually a lot wider than all the other ones are. So what that does is it allows me to put my flashlight there, then put the WD-40 pen in the back, and then the screwdriver right here, and it sits almost flush right there. Without that, if I were to have to put this into one of the other loops, then it'll start bulking up, and that's what I really wanted to get away with, and I'm pretty sure that's what Vanquest wanted to get away with. So as you guys can see there, I just have a couple pens, a Sharpie, screwdriver, WD-40 pen, and a flashlight. In the back right here, you do have a full pocket that goes the whole distance of the flap, and then you have a paracord loop right here, which you can attach a carabiner to, or a split ring or something like that if you wanted to hang something there. In the back here, all I have is a set of bits that comes with the screwdriver that I have right there, and that slides right there. So on the other side, what you do is you get 2 larger elastic bands, and then you get 3 smaller ones in the front. And then again, as you guys can see, this one and this one are the same size, but this one is a little bit wider. So what that does is it gives you a lot other options. So let's say this Listerine pack right here, if I wanted to add it this way to add something else right here, I can go ahead and do that. So the organizational options are there, and basically all you have to do is just figure out how you want to go ahead and set it up. Again, you get the longer pocket in the back, and what I have there right now is a first aid kit. And then you have this little lanyard right here with a clip at the end. If you want to go ahead and clip your keys or a split ring or something like that, you can go ahead and do that. And then just drop it in the back right there, and you're good to go. Other things that I have here, I just have a regular lighter. I have a small little sharpener here, the Listerine tabs there, a little thing of chapstick, and this little box that has some headache medicine. Now, as you guys can see down here, you do get, again, the staggering and sizing options. So this one right here is a little bit wider than this one. This elastic band fits the chapstick perfectly. I mean, it's almost like it was designed for that size, where this one right here fits the little box perfectly. If they were all the same size, then you definitely wouldn't be able to organize it as well as you see it here. So, in my opinion, there's a lot of really awesome ideas going on with this PPM organizer. Again, the maximizer in the name definitely tells you that you are going to be able to lay out your gear where it's not going to bulk out so much where when you close it, you're going to have something that's going to be exploded. It's not going to fit really nice into a pocket like you were to find with other organizers. What I want to do is I just want to roll in one of the organizers that I've been using for a long time. This is Maxpedition organizer. You guys are pretty much familiar with it. So as you guys can see, this is the mesh that I was talking about. It still serves the purpose of having, the pocket on the outside. But again, if you were to have something that sticks out, it might get caught on there, and it might be hard to put in or get it out. So on the inside, this is what I was talking about, the difference between the Vanquest and, let's say, this one right here, the Maxpedition, is the way that the loops are laid out. So as you guys can see, you get 3 loops right here. The 3 loops are the same size, and these 6 loops in the front are the same size. Same thing over here. You get 2 bigger loops, and then you get these 2 which are the same size, and then these 2 which are the same size. And then you have this voided area right down here. So in actually making the loops different sizes, this is where Vanquest aims to maximize the amount of stuff that you can carry. So I still have room to add quite a bit more gear in here, especially with these loops empty right here and the ones down here, and it's still not going to be a cumbersome size where I'm not going to be able to stick it into a pocket or a backpack or anything like that. I want to go ahead and show you guys also, this is the slim one. Again, this is the Husky model, and this is the slim one in the PPM line. And basically, it's same materials, it's just a smaller size. So again, you still have the different loops, and then you have the staggered option right down here. And then obviously this one is the bigger one there. And then you still have the paracord loop in there if you wanted to go ahead and hang something from there. These are all designed in the USA, and both of these models are available already in the 3 colors: black, khaki, and foliage green, which is this one right here. The Husky model is retailing at $17.99, and the slim model is retailing at $14.99. So obviously you guys can tell, really good prices on these, really good products. So if you guys are interested, definitely go ahead and check out Vanquest's site, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.